At 93 and a member of the greatest generation, Salvatore Capasuca, known as Sal to all, shows no signs of slowing down. Born in Brooklyn in 1922, Sal has fond childhood memories of a time when there was no electricity. Sal joined the U.S. Navy and served on the USS Braxton in 1944, right at the tail end of World War II. A fitness and jazz enthusiast, Sal has been living passionately in Miami Beach for over 50 years. Hey, Sal.
Hey, David, hi.
How are you?
Okay.
Nice to see you.
Same here. You're looking good.
Well, thank you. Thank you. You look great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us over here.
Okay.
Your house.
Welcome.
Wow, Sal, you've collected a lot.
Yeah, I've been around quite a few places. I like to get souvenirs. As you see, I have a lot of souvenirs all over the place. It looks like a museum.
That's great. It's your life.
I enjoy doing that.
Wow, you've collected a lot. This is through the times. I see a boxing glove here.
Yeah, that's signed by Van der Holyfield.
Nice. And all these places that you've
These
traveled
from
to?
Italy. This is from the Czech Republic. I got a lot of stuff here. One's from Hong Kong. One's from Spain. And I love to save all these crazy looking glasses.
Right, and all this from places that you've traveled to?
Most of them, yeah.
Okay, okay.
And that's Brito. I like Brito's stuff.
You're a breeder art collector.
Yeah.
Wow, is that you as a child?
Yeah, this is me when I was a kid. I don't know where the gloves came from, but
You've always liked boxing?
I don't know how old I was either. But I like it. And
A lot of pictures too. You've collected a lot.
yeah, I like to collect all this stuff.
And how long have you been in this apartment?
I've been here over 40 years.
Wow.
I used to be the manager here. I was born in 1922, February 20th, 1922.
And you moved to Miami 40 years ago?
Yeah, what it was, my brother came down here and he got a job. He stayed for a while. He called me, he said, man, you got to come down here, it's beautiful. And it was snowing in New York. I said, wow. But I'm a snowbird.
Right.
I go to New York usually for about 5 months. Two reasons. I have some family that got 2 nephews and a niece. And I also love jazz. And jazz is, New York is the best. So I kill 2 birds with 1 stone and I enjoy my life.
So are you a drummer or do you have a couple?
Yeah, when I lived in New York, I'll tell you how I got my first set of drums. You want to hear that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. My family wasn't well to do, but my mother had a little candy store, and she always made sandwiches.
Right.
Right near us there was a pier where the longshoremen were.
Right.
So she made sandwiches. I put them in a wagon with sodas. I used to take it down to the piers, sell the sandwiches and soda. I saved up enough money, and I bought my first set of drums in a hop shop.
Oh wow.
That's how I started.
Wow.
Then I took a few lessons and I played, made a few bucks playing.
Nice. So you've
Yeah.
been playing all this.
I love music. Yeah, I used to go to the theaters in New York. They used to have a movie and a stage show with a big band. Usually in those days it was swing.
Right.
And
Swing.
I used to go shine shoes to make money to go.
Nice.
But I had a good time when I was young. I saw a lot of great music. That's how I got into jazz.
What are your fondest memories of growing up in New York as a kid?
Fondest memory, well, I got some unfondest. I was growing up during the Depression. You know, the Depression I think started in 29 and lasted about 10 years. Mm-hmm. So I was born in 22. So from 7 to 17 I was in the Depression. And things were pretty bad. But you know, for me, I didn't feel it so much because of my age.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people really suffered. We had a park in our neighborhood, and they called us Hoover City, because Hoover was the president.
Right.
But a lot of places they call it Hooverville, but we call it Hoover. There was tents and houses made out of cardboard. People lived in it. It was terrible, especially when the bad weather came.
Right.
But that was one of the bad memories. The fond memories with my family. I was brought up pretty strict with my family, and I'm glad of it.
Did the family get tighter in times like those when things get a little bit harder? Or
Yeah.
You get closer?
Yeah. My father was a longshoreman, but he wasn't working at that time, and you know, it was pretty bad. But we made the best of it. And in those days, we didn't have electricity when I was born. When I was about 7 or 8, and we have no electricity. So what do you do when it gets hot? We used to go on the roof with the blankets or on the fire escape and get some air. And then we had a cold stove and an ice box.
What's an ice box? A lot of people don't know what an
ice box. You don't have a refrigerator because you have no electricity.
Right.
An ice box is a box on top. It's got a section to put a big piece of ice, and then it drips in the back through a tube and goes into a bucket, and you throw that every day. The next day, the Iceman comes and puts another piece in. That's how you keep your food cold. That was it.
I see. Muhammad Ali?
Yeah, he was training on the 5th Street gym.
Fifth Street over here in Miami Beach?
Yeah, Miami Beach. Wow. And he's coming back this way, and I see him outside. I said, Muhammad, I'd like to take a picture with you. Could you wait till I get my camera? So I ran in, I got my camera, and had a friend, he took the picture.
Wow.
I forgot what year it was, but you can see I was a
you're all youngins. You're all youngins in that picture. I see Muhammad Ali of Tyson Beckford.
Tyson Beckford, yeah. When I used to work out on the beach, he come down one day with his entourage, and I had my game, that Zoom ball, you know about that one. And we played, and we got to be pretty friendly. He's a nice guy. Yeah.
You have a good collection of pictures here. I mean, you've met a lot of...
And over here I have a picture with Louis Armstrong that was taken in 1950. Wow. I got one with Dizzy Gillespie that was taken maybe I was about 35, 40 years old.
When did you get into jazz?
I got it about 16.
And what was it? What was the catalyst?
In those days, they used to have like the Paramount Theater, the Strand Theater in Manhattan. They used to have a movie and then a stage show, usually a big swing band. And I wasn't doing too good money-wise, so I used to go shine shoes. And then with the money, I used to go to the Paramount or the Strand.
And watch the show.
I saw Benny Goodman, Gene Krupa, all the big bands, Artie Shaw. I got interested in drums, that's why I played a little bit. And I made a living out of it for some years too in New York.
And how long have you had this set here?
This year, since I'm here.
Oh yeah?
Many years. I've been living in this apartment over 40 years.
So you've been in Miami Beach for 40 years, you've worked
Yeah, but I'm a snowbird.
Oh, okay.
I was in the Navy 1944 to 47. I was on a ship called the USS Braxton.
Okay.
It was APA 138, and we had little boats on the sides, and we used to land Marines, certain places, or soldiers, and we used to bring cargo to different parts of the world.
Right, because this was during World War II had not ended yet.
Not yet, no.
Yeah, so you were...
I saw a little action. Thank God I wasn't too close, but I saw a little action.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, saw some kamikazes going into big ships. From a distance though, I could see the flames and whatnot.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it wasn't too close, but we saw them. They didn't bother us, it was the smaller ships, so they go after carriers mostly.
They went into the big ships.
One reason I have some relatives in New York, and I love jazz, and New York is the place for jazz.
That's where you're from, where you're born.
Yeah.
It's home.
And it's not as hot as here in the summer.
Right. You got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a great collection of pictures. This is a museum style.
I know. A lot of people.
Your whole life is all over your apartment. It's unbelievable.
I like to collect things. As you see, I got a lot of stuff here too.
And what do you do in the summer? You just lock up and go?
Yeah. I don't want to
Too hot.
have anybody else say, yeah, I got too many things that I love. I don't
Yeah.
want touching it.
Yeah, you don't even want to move anything.
Yeah. These things are really, really part of my life.
It's precious.
If you had to give somebody one piece of advice, what would it be? And what was it that...
Well, I tell you, I always tell people this. Try to be fair. It's only 2 words, be fair, but it covers a lot of territory if you think about it.
Okay.
That's my...
Did you have an experience in your life or something that kind of showed...
Not really, no. I just thought about things, how to treat people.
Treat people like you want to be treated.
Exactly. If you be fair, so many things that you do good, and a lot of things you don't do bad.
Right.
And if you do bad things, it's going to pry on your mind. You don't eat right, you don't sleep right. The less stress you have, the better.
We're living in a world where we measure success based on, what clothes you wear, what car you drive, or how many people you have following you on Facebook. What do you measure success by?
Don't be... I always don't be envious. Too many envious people. They see people with good cars and houses.
Right.
They want to be the same, and they do things they're not supposed to reach that level.
Right.
Be thankful for what you got.
Right.
That's it.
Now,
this is the one thing I want to talk about your computer, because a lot of people, when they get to a certain age and they get into technology, they get really scared.
I know.
Obviously, you're not.
The reason for that, I want to be up with the times. I got an iPad, I got 3 iPods, I got the computer. It keeps me busy, and I learn so much from it.
You got your iPhone.
iPhone.
Yeah, because then you have access to everything, anything.
Yeah, you learn a lot too. I go on Google, I talk into the phone, and I get
all the information you want.
How can you beat that?
Yeah, technology is a good thing.
I know.
I think people get scared of it. And
I was a little scared at the beginning. I was afraid to get on the computer.
Right.
There's a little school here. I think it's elementary school.
Oh yeah.
They had courses.
Okay.
That's how I started.
Oh, that's
Once
good.
I got used to it, then I got my own. And I love it.
That's good. Looking at your apartment and the walls, we see pictures with some of the greats.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali.
You have Muhammad Ali.
Your buddy there.
You have Tyson Beckford, who I guess you have all ages, from Muhammad Ali to Tyson Beckford to jazz greats all over.
Yeah, I got Dizzy Gillespie and Louis Armstrong there.
You have gloves signed by Evander Holyfield.
But yeah, I know him fairly well. I had dinner with him a couple of times.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my friend owns a record company, very good friends of his. You know, I have a game that I play,
Right.
Swirl Zoom Ball. I wanted to play him. Had him a little worried.
And
he
did you
told
ever
me
get him?
he told me I want to put phones on, look you straight in the eye. I had him worried, but we never got together.
How did you come up with that game, Sal?
I saw it at a show once, but it was a kid's toy. The handles were very small, made of plastic, and they break right away. So I said, let me try to make my own. So I got a hose, and I made handles out of it. And I saw this big ball in a dollar store, and I made the ball for it, and I bought some nice cord, and it's very durable.
And it's
very good for you.
And you've beaten everybody that plays it with
Yeah.
you know, that's pretty good.
In fact, when I play, sometimes people come up, oh, I played that when I was a kid in Israel.
Oh, really?
And France, and Germany, all over.
And your videos on YouTube have
Yeah,
great hits.
oh yeah. I got about 4 videos, 2 tell them old folks what to eat and how to work out when you first start. And I also have a video, me doing some stuff.
Now, I know for example, you do these videos, you get a lot of hits. Your videos, you're not doing it for the money. You're doing it just for giving back.
I'll tell you a story about that. I have a friend, he says, I told him when I first started getting views, I had about 10,000. I told him, he said, well, what are you going to get out? Are you going to get money? I said, I don't want the money. I want people to enjoy it and benefit from it. So he's got a video, or he's pressing his job to make more money. I said, see the difference? I'm trying to help people. You're trying to make money.
You have a lot.
Then he said, you're right. I want to show you another picture. I don't know if I show you this. That picture is taken in Cuba. Me and Norman Chesky. He owns a record company.
Oh.
In 1999, we won a Latin Grammy. I worked with a record company. We won a Latin Grammy for Latin jazz.
Oh, wow.
It was called Tropicana Nights. And this was taken at a place called the Tropicana.
In Havana.
Yeah. Wow. It was a great experience.
And what's that picture over there, Sal?
Which one? This here?
Like a big family.
Yeah, this is one of the pictures for all great musicians many years ago. There's about 2 or 3 left. And I'm still around.
Of course you're standing strong.
And these are some little tokens I got from places I've been all over the world.
Right.
And you see, I was in Japan, Italy, Paris.
You've traveled. You've seen the world.
Yeah,
You're worldly.
I've been very fortunate.
This is a great space, Sal. I mean, really, it encompasses all of you, so to speak.
I love it here. I'm into hot sauces and stuff. See them? And this
Which
guy,
is the hottest one of them all? Of those?
I haven't tried them all, but this is one of my favorites.
Beware.
Beware.
Hence the name. Wow.
I like hot stuff. That's a little set of drums. Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, what is that? An alarm clock or something?
No, it's not an alarm. Oh,
Just
speaking about alarm clock, look at this.
A real alarm clock. Well, that would
First up, shut it off. Good morning.
Oh, that would wake me up. That would definitely wake me up. Now, hindsight is 20/20, and again, in life, when you look back, are there any situations or anything in life that you look back and thought that maybe you could have done this differently, or are you okay with everything as?
No, fine. I don't regret anything.
No regrets. that's another lesson. 'Cause
Yeah,
all of
no
us,
regrets.
most of us look
I
back
did the
and-
right thing at the right time.
Right, and you're happy where you
I'm
are.
happy where I am.
That's good.
I wouldn't be here if I was otherwise.
Right, that is so true. We're all fond of our parents, whether they're here or gone. I've lost my dad as well, so I know what it's like. And it's always nice to hear parents say something about you. If you could hear one more thing of your parents say about you, what would it be?
You're doing a good job.
Job well done.
And you know, my parents were very close. And if they knew what they're probably looking down and see what things I accomplished and how much I'm enjoying my life, make them happy.
Right.
One more thing I want to say.
Right.
If people take care of their bodies, eat the good food, you got to pig out once in a while naturally. Eat good food, take care of your body, walk, any kind of exercise, do something. Later on, it's good for up here.
Right.
Thank God I still got my senses.
Oh, I see pictures of you here in the Army. In the Navy or Army?
Oh yeah, when I was in the Navy. I was in the Navy 3 years, from 44, 45, and 46. There's two of my buddies. This was in Long Beach, California.
Nice, Sal.
This is my nephew Sal and me. Thanksgiving antipasto.
Oh.
And this is the rest of my family.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And these are I've been into health, foods, and fitness for many years. And this is some of my collections to keep people in shape.
Keep you healthy. Do you follow this? Are you strict on
Oh
this?
yeah. You know, at my age, I can't be too strict, but...
You enjoy food?
Exactly.
Yeah. This is where you exercise?
I go there. Can't do it anymore. Like. Try it. This ready? Get back. Exercise. I said do almost 20 at one time. I can't do one anymore.
You know, I saw this earlier and I thought, oh, you could actually exercise there, but I thought it was really a working pipe. I didn't realize you built it to exercise.
I'm pretty happy.
You know, there's a big calisthenic movement going on around the world right now. All these kids have realized that they don't have to join expensive gyms, that they can work out at a pull-up bar. And you've been an inspiration for a lot of those guys in Miami and in New York. How do you feel? Did you even ever think that you would ever have that kind of influence on this kind of kid?
No. But it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Like when the people see me on YouTube, I get answers like people say, "Oh, I'm starting to work out. I saw your video. I'm starting to work out. I'm feeling better." That makes me feel good.
You're a member of Bar Stars?
Yeah.
You're a member of Bar Stars, which is a great organization.
I know.
With a lot of
Edwards,
young guys.
the man in charge, Edwards, is a great guy. He helped me a lot too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great guy.
He made me make those 2 videos for older folk, you know, what to eat and how to exercise when you're first starting. And I got a lot of hits on that one. And a lot of thank yous.
You know, they all appreciate you. You've seen them celebrate your birthday at the beach. They all come together for your birthday.
We have a birthday on the beach every year.
Every year.
Except this year we had a little late, of course. I was in the hospital.
Yeah, but we still celebrated it.
The first one was when I was 87. So from then on, I had a birthday every year.
And everybody comes.
Thanks to who?
Alexia.
Alexia, she's a wonderful lady.
Yeah, yeah. Is there a ticket to the show that you won? Where you guys won your ticket?
Yeah, I was at three Lang Grammys and 1 regular Grammy.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked with a record company a while, and thank God.
How long were you at the record company? You remember?
About 21 years.
21 years.
We had a show called CES, Consumers Electronics Show. We did a show in Las Vegas.
Right.
And I was selling CDs to the public, and I did that for 21 years.
Wow. Wow, Sal. So, could you play some drums for us? Done. Bravo. Thanks, Sal.
At an age when most feel invisible and overlooked by society, Sal is still inspiring everyone he meets and is surrounded by people of all walks of life and ages, some young enough to be his grandkids and even great-grandchildren. With his sense of humor, positive attitude, and kick-your-ass game in hand, Sal makes everyone he meets want to be a better person.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, this thing says I'll beat your ass, right? That's what Sal plays this game. Sal is at 93 right now. I haven't beaten him yet playing this game. I don't even know what this game is called, but it says I'll beat your ass. And Sal's beat me every single time. I'm a big, strong man, and Sal even bigger, stronger man.
I met Sal here in South Beach at the bars working out. Saw this old man training, and I was wondering, why everybody knows this guy's name, and found out he's 93 years old and he still does push-ups. So that was incredible for me to be able to meet Sal this year and get to know his background. How he was a World War II veteran, grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and he's been all over the world traveling, and he's got a lot of great stories. So he's a wonderful guy.
What's your name? Salvatore. Sei italiano? Ah.
And the people at the beach were the first people I met when I moved down here. Sal was one of them, and he's just amazing. He does push-ups, he works out, he's 93 years old. He inspires me to keep working out so I can be as fit as he is, and he's an inspiration to everyone.
She's been to 3 of his birthdays now, so a third of her life she's known Sal, and he's always nice to her. He's always plays with her. She plays the football game with him.
Humble, artistic, creative.
I still remember the first time I seen Sal Cappy. He was smiling and full of energy. Sal Cappy's a really positive guy that makes you feel comfortable once you're around him. He's inspiring and motivating. He's always hitting the workouts right there with you. I remember seeing him try to do a human flag, and I was just amazed that he was able to have that kind of willpower and determination to learn a new movement at his age. He made you feel comfortable being the new guy to the group. One time I seen him hit 50 push-ups straight right on South Beach. Sal Cappy, you're a legend. Keep inspiring and motivating all of us.
You know what? Well done. That was perfect. And thank you so much for letting us do this. I really appreciate it.
I'm glad I did this.
And I think
I hope it helps some people.
Yeah, and if it helps one, fantastic. If it helps 100, even better. But as long as it helps somebody, that's.
I'm sure it's gonna do.
Yeah.
Now, we all don't make the cover of Time magazine for a life well lived. But if you're lucky enough to share life lessons with even just one person, it's all been well worth it. Thank you, Sal, for sharing your story and showing us how your extraordinary shines in your humility.